What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fandom Rants, where we go off and we roast and we poke fun at some of the worst things that are going on in the entertainment industry on today. I got my man back with me, the Rant King, Darrell. What's going on, Darrell?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on? And I got my numero uno, my roasting partner, my high school buddy, my what was that song we used to dance to? That old Neo, Mr. Neo himself, Mr. Bobby Genius. He goes by a lot of different names. The founder of the Smitty Riding on Smitty Back song. I got Mr. Robert Hooten with us on here today, man. We getting ready to roast his Transformers. What's going on, Robert?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, y'all?
We're just gonna get straight into it, as you know how we do on Fandom Rants. Transformers, man, robots in disguise. Now, we all grew up watching Transformers. Some of us watched it in the 80s. Some of us watched it in the early 90s with Transformers Beast Wars and those good series we used to watch. And we get to the early 2000s, almost to the late 2000s. In 2007, we got our very first Transformers movie, and it blew everybody's mind. We was like, this movie is lit. We wasn't even saying lit back then, but that movie was lit. Everybody was hyped. And then they made another one. We was like, okay, yeah, like this. Then they made another one. It was like, okay, yeah. Then they made a fourth one. And at that point, everybody started to question, what the heck is we watching on this movie screen? And then they said, we're going to make a fifth one. And it's coming out this year. And I still don't know what they're doing. Now, we haven't got any real deal Transformers storylines that are synonymous to the olden days. Now, we get hints. We get a few storylines here and there, but it's always tied into some type of historical event that has nothing to do with Transformers. So I'm going to let my man Darrell go on and go first. Darrell, what's your take on this whole Transformers universe? Go ahead and rant on it.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm bored with it. I mean, like you said, the first movie was good. Second movie was. Third one was real good. I like the, when the primes. But after the fourth movie, I'm like, man, what are y'all doing? So I'm getting bored with them. And then another thing that I hate, and I know a lot of people are gonna be against me because of this, because I'm human, you're human, we all humans. But I'm tired of seeing the humans in the Transformers movie. Can we just get one Transformers movie without humans? I would love that. Because, I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Because they're trying to tie in with the humans, they doing this, they doing that. It's not even making sense anymore. So I'm just sick of it. When I seen the second trailer, I mean, I was just, the only thing that, that stood out to me is I like the Easter egg they had about the Boys in the Hood Easter egg. When the little boy said, the little boy said dead robot, that's like an Easter egg from the Boys in the Hood. That's the only thing I like about that trailer. That's the only thing I like. And I'm just, I can't even think of something right now. I'm going to let you pass it to Robert because I'm just so angry right now at that movie, at that trailer, that I can't find a word to say right now.
Robert, what's your take on the whole Transformers movies we've been watching for over 10 years now? What you got on it?
Well, I can agree with Darius when he say he's bored of it. Like, there's no real storyline to it. Like, I feel like they just making it just to make some money. There's no kind of that's the direction they going with it. I'm still gonna watch it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Transformers and it's nostalgia. I think that's what they feeding off of, honestly. Because I don't know what direction they going in, where they going, or how they gonna do it. And I'm just waiting for them to bring in Unicron. Whenever they bring in Unicron, then I think it'll possibly going in a better direction. But in order to do that, they have to set it up right. And the way that they're doing it now, I feel like it's slowly going in the wrong direction. And I feel like it's just stupid. It's just some sort of cool robot fights, nothing spectacular. Like in the fourth one, when they brought out the Dinobots, the stuff. That was cool and all, but I didn't like how they brought it out. Like, what Optimus looked like riding on the big old dino body and stuff. Like, I ain't like that at all. This upcoming movie, like, telling me that Optimus Prime is brainwashed. Like, how did he come to be about this? It's just completely confused, and I feel like they're just mind raping everybody with what they're doing.
Yeah, I think that's the word I was looking for. What Robert said, the direction, because I don't know what direction they're going into. You know, I hate to talk about another movie, but let's talk about, like, you know, some of the Avengers movies. On all the Avengers movies, we know the direction they're going into. We know they're going to Thanos. We know the direction. The Transformers, we don't know what direction they're going to. Like Robert said, we want to see Unicron, but it's like they're not building up to Unicron at all. Like, I don't know when Unicron's going to come. I don't know Unicron's going to come in this movie. We don't know what's going on. It's just, you know, the movie is everywhere. Every movie is just everywhere. You don't know what's going to happen in the next movie. And so I think that's what I'm so mad about. Like, when I watch the movie, I'm confused. Like where are y'all going now? Okay, where you going this time? Where you going this time? It's no direction. They have no direction in this whole franchise. Like, every movie you've seen is, you know, it doesn't even tie in with the second movie or the third movie or the fourth movie. I mean, each time you see a movie, you don't have to see the previous movie to know what's going on. I think those are the words I was looking for. Thank you, Robert.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Now, one thing Robert mentioned was about Optimus Prime being brainwashed. He's not necessarily being brainwashed, and this is what we found out from this most recent trailer. We're going to get the first appearance of the Quintessicons, and they're basically the oldest living race of Transformers out there. They're basically part of the creation of the Transformers back on Cybertron. And they found Optimus, and they're bringing Optimus as if he's under judge and jury. And they told him that his greatest sin was letting Cybertron fall. So they've, in a sense, reprogrammed him because they're the creators. And they've reprogrammed him to bring back Cybertron. And apparently the only way you can bring back Cybertron is by destroying Earth, because there's such a deep connection between Earth and Cybertron. There's so much hidden below the Earth's core that has everything to do with Cybertron that's why they're always trying to come and destroy Earth. So, you know, when I saw that in the trailer, I was like, okay, there might be a glimmer of hope. Maybe they're going back to what the original Transformers lore, what the comics and the original TV series is, you know, and that's a problem that a lot of movies are having. They start off with the big blockbusters because they make money, and then later on down the line, it's like they get serious about the storyline. One thing I can compare to that is the Smurfs. The Smurfs started out in the real world in New York City when the first few movies came out. The Smurfs has never been to a city. They're always down in the jungle, in the woods. So now, this new movie they want to come out, and the Smurfs stay animated. They don't go to the city. They stay in the woods. And then the movie flopped. Didn't do good at all in the weekend box office. So if you stick to the source material in the beginning, then you get a good and better chance to do what's right going towards the end. So, exactly. Darrell, what's your take on how it seems to now that they're trying to do the storyline correctly, or they're trying to bring it back home to what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, I mean, I do like that. I like that about them. They're trying to get the story back right, but sometimes I kind of feel like it's too late. You know, it's like you want to get somebody invested. You know, just like, you know, when I brought up earlier about Avengers, you know, with the Marvel movies, we're already invested. So we got to watch every single movie so we can see what's going on in the next one. I feel like now I'm not invested because of what me and Robert was talking about earlier. They have no direction. I mean, this is the fifth movie. It's the fifth movie, and now y'all trying to, you know, stick to the lore. Now y'all trying to get back in it. Now you wanna draw me back into the movie now after all this, and I kind of think they missed with that. So they're gonna have to do something, amazing with this movie right here, as far as the lore goes, to get a lot of people back invested in this movie.
Let me say something. Well, I do agree with that. I agree with everything that they're saying, like with the Marvel movies and stuff. In order for you to you can't just watch like the third one and not understand what's going on with the first and the second one, stuff like that. I like that. That way you invest your time and your emotions and stuff are tied with it and everything. But like with the Transformers, like when it first came out, it was good. Second one, so and so. Third one, so and so. Fourth one, not that good. And they weren't all tied together. And now with the fifth movie, I guess they might have gotten a lot of backlash talking about where you guys are going, and now they're starting to come back to the lore and things like that. But at the same time, I feel like it's too little too late. But at the same time, it could be, I'm not just going to completely bash the movie, because we haven't seen it. All we know is what the trailers show us, and what the trailers are showing us isn't that much, which is a good thing. So I can say once we get a little bit more information, once the movie comes out, maybe it'll put them in the right direction, and maybe it'll get them a sense of direction on where they're going and how they're doing it and what they're going to do with future releases, things like that. But
one thing that ticked me off was in one of the recent trailers, they got Grimlock running around like he's a pet animal. Grimlock is the freaking leader of the Dinobots, some of the oldest Transformers. If you guys ever watched Transformers Beast Wars that came out a couple years ago, the cartoon, Grimlock is a beast. He is not a pet dog. You do not toss a car to Grimlock so you can catch it with his teeth. That's not that. That's they're totally going against what some of the characters are, just to appease to the audience. Now, like we all said, these movies keep getting made. Why? Because they're getting $1 billion per movie every time they hit. The last two movies have crossed $1 billion. Now they didn't do so much. They did a good amount here in the United States, but when they get to China, Japan, all those countries, they are cash grabs. So when a movie is a big cash grab, you best believe the studio is going to greenlight another movie. Michael Bay had the nerve enough to say the other day that they have 14 different Transformers movie ideas on the table. They're not saying they're going to make 14 movies. Okay. But they got 14 ideas on the table.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. What y'all think about that?
I thought you said 14 movies. I'm like, what?
No, 14 ideas that could become movies.
I think Michael Bay needs to stick to Bad Boys. Personally, I think Michael Bay needs to stick to Bad Boys. Bad Boys,
that's true.
That franchise was great. He messed up Ninja Turtles, okay? He ruined Ninja Turtles. He turned Ninja Turtles into the Transformers, and it pissed me off. I think Michael Bay needs to stick to, don't stick to my childhood, Michael Bay. That's what I feel like. Get him out of my childhood, and I'll feel better.
Well, what you think about this 14 possible movies with Transformers?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that, but the first thing I want to talk about is when you was talking about Grimlock, saying he was running around like a pet dog and stuff like that. Actually, one of the video games, they had him like that too. Starscream had caught him or whatever and brainwashed him and just made him go berserk and things like that. He was just going around wrecking stuff up. Now, if he's a pet dog in this movie, that'll really irk me, because I don't want to see no little pet dinosaur all happy and jolly. I want to see him throwing stuff around, wrecking stuff, beating the mess out of everybody and anybody that he can find. But if he's a pet dinosaur, I'm definitely gonna hate this. But the 14 ideas for a movie, it could be okay as long as it's not 14 movies, but 14 ideas on which way to go with it. He can have so many ideas for that one movie. It might be okay, but I do feel he is messing with people's childhoods. The Avengers aren't messing up people's childhoods too bad. like, of course, they, like, make little tweaks here and there. They still, like, stick to the comics a little bit. But, like, what Michael Bay is doing, he is pretty much, like, slowly and, like, cruelly brutalizing, like, the franchise. And I think they need to, like, find somebody better because they love comparing, like, Transformers and Pacific Rim. And a lot of people love Pacific Rim way better than they like Transformers because that's, like, real. And Transformers is getting, like, a lot more, like, kid-friendly and things like that. And Transformers really isn't kid-friendly. So, yeah, he needs to come up with some better ideas, like, now.
Most definitely. Dale, what's one thing you want to leave everybody with about Transformers?
Well, I don't want to offend anybody, okay? So I don't mean it to be offensive. But I hope it's not too feminist because I noticed, in the second trailer with the young girl, how she sounded like she was really real feminist. And I just hope it doesn't be all about that. Okay? I mean, like I said, I'm all for, women of power. They doing their things in our movies. Cool. But just don't make it like Supergirl. Supergirl is so feminist, it gets irritating. So I just hope the movie is not like that.
Robert, what's one thing you want to leave with everybody about Transformers?
Read the comics, watch the old stuff. Don't watch this Michael Bay stuff. But, well, in all honesty, the Transformer movies are good. They're family friendly, except for, like, the fourth one. That one gets a little bit more amped up, but it's still not that great story wise. But yeah, I really can't wait to see what's going to happen. But I kind of want to wait at the same time. I'm kind of like in shambles about it. But hopefully it'll be good. But I doubt it because, like, so far the movies have been, like, let down. So we'll see how this goes.
Most definitely, guys. We want to thank you guys for joining us in our rant on the Transformers series. If you guys don't know who we are Fandoms Anonymous. That's FANDOMSANONYMOUS. We're all over the internet. We're on Facebook, in a Facebook group. Come join the group. Get in the discussion. Come also to the Facebook page. Like the page and check our daily updates on the fan page. Also, go over to Instagram. We're at Fandoms_Anonymous17. And also go over to Twitter at Anonymous_Fan17. So, man, it's just awesome. Fandoms Anonymous is doing some amazing things. Don't forget to check out some of our newest segments. Don't forget to check out our Let's Play GameCube segment. Check out our one-on-one series where we do a lot of different interviews with people all over the United States talking about different things that they do in everyday life, and how it all wraps around fandom. So, guys, a lot of new videos up on the YouTube channel. I'm jumping over my words today on this thing. It's a lot of stuff going on. I've been making videos all day long, making sure I'm continuing to give you guys good, consistent, quality content. So, as I always say, guys, if there isn't anything else, have a good one.